What's up, everybody? It's the Common Sense Investor coming at you with another video. And I've got a series of videos coming out that's going to explain how all of this plays out. Oh, well, can't turn my light on. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to take you step by step through the process of when you first bought your first share of AMC or any other stock, when the money went to the broker, when you get ready to sell, what's going to happen? What about real shares? What about synthetic shares? So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to get started with today's lesson. Here we can see in the first chart that Frank buys 50 shares of AMC. He takes his money, he gives it to the broker. Sue buys 80 shares of AMC and she gives her money to the broker for that right. Bill takes his money and he buys 80 shares of AMC and he gives his money to the broker. When the time comes, when the price is right, everybody has a different price. They all decide to sell, but at different times. And some continue to hold. We see this person sells and the broker takes the money and gives them their cash. Goes from here to her pocket, and it goes from here to her pocket when she sells. It's important to note, no shares have actually traded hands, just cash. If you look back at the beginning, Bill took his money, he gave it to the broker. Sue took her money, gave it to the broker. Bill took his money, gave it to the broker for 50 shares, 80 shares, and 80 shares. Once they sell, the money goes into their account. No shares have actually traded hands. They did not have a physical share of AMC when they bought. They got a digital share of AMC showing that they own that. Now, they sell, they get the money. No shares have traded hands, just cash. Once they don't need the shares, they only need the cash to pay you. This is an important part. This process right here, where it happens, is one of the most important parts of the process. They don't need a share of AMC. They have given you a digital share of AMC. Now, there's only supposed to be 516 million in the float, but they continue to give out the digital shares. Every time it dipped, every time you bought, every time you dipped, every time you bought, you got a digital share of AMC in your account. Now, when you sell your digital share of AMC, they take the transaction from the digital share, they give you your money. Back up right here real quick. Copy it. Paste it. They give you your money. All right. Real quick. And they take that digital share and they throw it in the garbage. Why? Because it's over the float. They continue this process. They continue to take the money, give to you, tear up the transaction. And it continues to do that as long as it's over the float. For every digital share over 516 million, they have to throw that transaction in the garbage. In other words, they are losing money. And they do continue this process of buying the synthetic share back until they're out of money. Once they're out of money, they have a choice. They can take a share of Microsoft that they own and they can sell it on the open market. If they sell it on the open market, they get cash and they pay the next person that sells. Makes no difference what the price is. If you bought AMC at $17 and it's at $77, they will have to sell a share of Microsoft on the open market, get the cash, and pay you when you hit that sell button. That is important. They do not have to honor this. They don't have to honor this until you hit the sell button. That's the confusion part that people are missing. Is it a real share? Is it a synthetic share? It doesn't matter. When you hit that sell button, you have or buy button, you have transacted cash or digital share. When you hit the sell button, you have transacted a digital share or cash. Makes no difference. I believe we've been bogged down in is it real shares or is it synthetic shares when it really doesn't matter. Think about it like this. Erase real shares and synthetic shares and just replace that phrase with a digital share. All right. They exchange cash, give you a digital share. Once you sell, you take that digital share, you give it back to them, and they give you cash, just like this right here. Process is rinse and repeated. They're in trouble. They've been spotted. They have to start giving you your cash and throwing it in the garbage until everybody is paid. Now, what they're going to have to do is they have a choice. They can sell it on the open market, or they can go to the government's clearinghouse that is being set up and sell their shares there. If they do that, then they will get cash. The cash will go to you when you push the sell button. So they have two choices: sell on the open market or give their shares to the government clearinghouse. Either way, they're going to get cash to pay you. And then once everybody is paid and everything, all the digital shares that are over the float is thrown in the garbage, everybody's happy. You now have your money in your account. You never transacted a real share. You never transacted a synthetic share. You transacted a digital share. Now, they're not supposed to go over the float. We know that, but they have. And depending on who you ask, how many shares are over the float? If it's 2 billion, then what's going to happen is they're going to have to continue to take their shares of Microsoft, Apple, Cisco, whatever, and they're going to have a choice. They can either sell it on the open market or they can get the money from the clearinghouse. The end result's the same. Once the transaction has happened, you receive your real money. Because why? You gave them real money in the beginning of the process. You received your digital share. Some have sold. Frank continues to hold. Money goes into your account when you push the sell button. Until the sell button is pushed, people, nothing matters. Nothing matters to them. Nothing matters to you. The only thing that matters to you is that the stock keeps continuing to climb and reaches your price. And again, if it's 1,000, then when you hit the sell button, they will take their cash, they will transfer it from the digital share they gave you, and they will give you real cash. There is nothing to be afraid of. There's nothing for you to concern yourself about. The government is waiting for you, or they are waiting on you to push the sell button. Okay. Once you do, the money will be transacted until they're out of money, like I said, and they will make the decision which way they want to go. Do they want to go to the open market or do they want to go to the clearinghouse? If they go to the clearinghouse holds their share of Microsoft for them until they can buy it back. See, that's the purpose. Let me explain how the clearinghouse is supposed to work. They know they're in a bind. They know what they've done. They have handed out billions of digital shares of AMC. Well, they have to clean that mess up. And I've showed you now how they're planning on doing that. They are going to take and process the claim, and they will give you the money, and they will take that digital share and throw it in the garbage before they get caught being over the float. It's as simple as that, people. You have nothing to worry about. People are saying, will the squeeze happen? Yes, the squeeze is going to happen. They have to cover the 100 million real short interest. And when the price starts going up and people start to sell, they will take those transactions and throw them in the garbage until there's only 516 million shares of AMC left. So again, you have no problems, people. They are going to be forced to do one or two of these things to get the money to pay you with. So calm down, rest your nerves. This is just the process of how they're going to unwind this bullshit that they have done with billions of synthetic shares. They throw the synthetic shares in the garbage. That transaction as if it never happened. I love y'all, and I hope this brings some clarity to y'all that everybody will be paid in one form or the other. They will get the money they need to cancel their synthetic shares or the digital shares that they have given everybody. So I hope that's a little bit clarification for y'all. I hope y'all understand how this process is working. You bought a digital share. Let's say it was share number 7,623,000. Makes no difference. At the time that you push the sell button, you will give that digital share back to them. They will give you the cash for what they have done. It's that simple, people. Let's not overcomplicate this. Now, what about the algorithm? How does the algorithm play into this? It's all a big, I'm coming up with the video. Just bear with me. I just needed y'all first to understand the process and how it works and how they're going to get the money to pay you with. You have no fears. But remember this, they don't have to honor that digital share until you push the sell button. Love y'all. Be blessed, and I'll be back with another video shortly.